everybody? How you doing? This is Barry, that Goat Metal Show, with the weekly recap. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's having a great weekend as we start off with June. Hope everybody enjoyed yesterday with International Slayer Day 666. Hope everybody was blasting some fucking old school Slayer and listening to Angel of Death and just enjoying themselves. All right, but let's get into the news, shall we? All right. We got website Worship Metal released their 30 albums that made 1991 the greatest year in death metal history. I'll just shoot off a couple of the albums that they got on the list. Like Dismember, Never Flowing Stream, Bolt Thrower, War Master, Entomb, Clandestine, Carcass, Necro. Look, I don't even know why the hell pick Carcass because I got that weird ass name, but you know which album I'm talking about. Oh man, Immolation, Dawn of Possession, Morbid Angel, Blessed Are the Sick, Suffocation, Effigy of the Forgotten, Dark Throne, Soulside Journey, Massacre from Beyond, so on. We got Paradise Lost, Gorefest, Gore Guts, Master, Paradise Lost, Gothic. I mean, there's a slew. So it's 30 albums there, and all of them. When I started looking at all of them, I was like, wow, that is some. That's a fucking to think think back in your past. I said, damn man, when death metal exploded in that time, all this music that we were getting so much great music, man. Aspects came out, and Unleashed with No Life Dwells. It's just an ever flowing stream, no pun intended, of great death metal. If you get a chance, check out their list. It's a really cool list. Me and Rich were talking about it. We're like, yeah, this would actually be great for a nice little segment. Maybe we'll do something about that. Maybe talk about some of these albums, and you let us know if you think that's a good idea. We got Paradise Lost. All right, Paradise Lost is finally back with a new record called Ascension, due out September 19th. All right, I got to see the new video they did. What's it called again? Silence Like the Grave. I actually just saw it today. And it's not bad. It's really cool. It looks like they're going to look a little bit more of the medieval style of videos. Just think Dio and all that old school stuff. It's real. It's doomy. It's there. I mean, Paradise Lost. I mean, I like Paradise Lost. I'm still a fan of the original. Like the first couple of albums. To me, I thought where he did those death metal vocals. In those early albums, to me, I felt like he had one of the best vocal ranges for death metal style vocals, and it just fit the Paradise Lost so well. And then they started changing everything up, and they had some hit or misses. Last couple of albums were actually pretty good, but I'm actually looking forward to checking out this new album. The video is not bad. It's really cool. Silence Like the Grave. You get a chance, you check it out. So you got the new album coming out September 19th. And make sure you check it out, man. I think they're going on a tour with King Diamond, so and that's gonna be here in where is it? Yeah, in the States no, it's in England. Yeah, they're gonna be touring Europe. So guys in Europe are gonna have a good show with fucking King Diamond and Paradise Lost. Enjoy that, man. Enjoy it. All right. Then we also got other news with added bands to bills. We got Full of Hell has been added to the upcoming Cannibal Corpse headlining tour, Municipal Waste. Cannibal Corpse has added Full of Hell to their U.S. headlining tour. The run kicks off September 15th in Nashville, Tennessee, and wraps October 22nd in Charlotte, North Carolina. Municipal Waste and Fulci will also support. So that sounds like a really good bill. They'll be in Long Island. They're going to hit the Paramount October 17th in New York. They hit Buffalo early on, but Buffalo tends to stay away from the people in the bottom part of New York. But yeah, that sounds pretty cool, man. It looks like a great bill. It's gonna be fucking, hey, look, no matter what your opinions are with Cannibal Corpse, and that's a nice little mixed bill. Municipal Waste, for people who are the thrashers. Fulci, I mean, anybody who hasn't got a chance to see them, they're a great fucking live band. Should be good. Should be really good. I think guys should, make sure you go and you check that shit out. Okay. Now we're gonna go into some of the realms. I'm gonna make it metal bochinche. with National Enquiring News mixed in, because I'm gonna throw some conspiracy theories in there, and it's really not metal bochinche, but people who heard this news is probably making their own assumptions. So we'll call it an assuming, make an ass out of myself assumption. Fuck it. Guitarist Kevin Curon quits Deicide, right? This is what he said after he quit. He said, "So after 15 years, I decided to leave the band last month. Mainly, I'm just done with touring and would like to spend the extra time with my family. I will still be writing songs and have already sent some to Derek Rohde and Sean Baxter to release under the Council of the Fallen name. There will be no labels or shows, just putting out EPs whenever we feel like it. It was nice meeting a bunch of fans, bands, promoters, etc. And I wish everyone the best. Got to go now. Look for a job and Roblox with my son." His departure follows Deicide's recent withdrawal from the highly anticipated Exodus tour, which had been slated to begin last month. The band initially cited scheduling conflicts as the reason, but later retracted the statement, leaving fans speculating this recent lineup change has naturally led to questions about whether Curon's decision and the canceled tour are connected. They're now going to be opening up for, they're going to be doing a tour with Behemoth in South America. So this is my take. Okay, and like I said, this is it could be metal bochinche, it could be National Enquirer News, could be whatever. He was with DSI since 2008, and I get it. As far as being a family man, everything goes in with that. But look, I love DSI, man. Great, Glenn Benton, the old school stuff. I had made a video recently where I finally picked up the Hoffman Brothers Amon CD, which I was looking for a long time, and I'm very happy I got that. But I always said that I felt like that, even though people have their opinions and going back and forth about the Hoffman Brothers and the shit that went on between them and Glenn, I don't know. It's just, you're not there, so, you're always going to get both sides. And, when it comes to the business aspect of doing a band, touring, money involved and stuff, some of that tends to, make things different when it comes to, people who, when you have a friend that you start a band with, you consider your brother, and then when it becomes a business. We've seen it with Hatebreed. We've seen it with a bunch of bands where they have longtime members, where then all of a sudden now there's a split and there's some financial things involved. I don't know. I mean, look, I could speculate. I mean, just looking at the way things is going with DSI it just keeps running hard. They're going to keep touring. They're going to keep playing shows. They're going to want to keep making money. I get his thing about being with family, but, who knows? Who knows what the real inside of it? Because, I mean, if it was just about that, I get he just wants to go and play a little bit and throw some EPs. But, the pressure comes. The fucking EP hits hard. You can't say no. You're going to want to go back and play a couple of shows, and then there's going to be more talks. So there's a lot of little things here and there we could all speculate. I just feel like there's probably some other things going on in there when it comes to why he left. So we'll speculate. I'll make an ass out of myself, so be it. But I'm going to send it over to Rich, the silent producer, and see what he can get from this. Take it over, Rich.
Thanks, Barry. On Friday, August the 23rd, live at TVI in New York, Antichrist Siege Machine and Caustic Wound. Saturday, June 14th at Juan's Bar, Queens, New York, Sardonic Witchery, Flesh Mass, Lords of Horns, and more. August 14th through the 17th, it's Skullfest 15 in Pittsburgh, featuring Negative Approach, Iron Lung, and tons of other bands. September 25th through the 27th in Vancouver, BC, Canada, it's the Covenant Festival, featuring Blasphemy, Black Curse, Death Worship, Bloody Vengeance, Impure, Spirit Possession, Mitochondrian, and tons of others. Coming soon, the return of Tone Joker on the scene. Black Metal Night at Bunker del Diablo. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern on that Goat Metal Show's YouTube channel. Watch Shred Beer from Fomorian Productions interview.